What's up, you guys? Another Druid video. Even though the videos of my Druid guides have been literally the same since Legion, almost identical, uncanny identical, but you know, that's just Blizzard. And honestly, I don't think Blizzard has any control of what the f goes on, but hey, maybe it might be Activision. Because there's almost no way that the community could be having such a huge outcry that Blizzard wouldn't really even do anything about it. Like, they know what they should do. They hear the community, but they're not doing anything about it. So that leads me to believe that Activision has them under control and not able to do anything. So before we get into my 100th guide video, might as well be, I don't know, I made a lot of guides. That's pretty much essentially what my channel is about at this point. Make sure to go check out my Twitch channel and give me a Twitch Prime. What's that? You never heard of Twitch Prime? Well, let me tell you about it. A really great system. The streamer gets money from it, and in the long run, it helps support. Evolution could be a big part in it as well. And then you got slavery. Again, that helps support me. Is my Twitch Primes and the Dono Go fillers. So everyone who has supported me in the past, thank you. Thank you. Let's get into this video. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and go over the gear. I've heard a lot of people say a lot of different things, and I can tell you my personal experience from what I tend to go and what seems to help me out the most is actually running Mastery, then Haste. A lot of people have heard from other people running Haste, then Mastery. I disagree with that. It should be vice versa. But you should be normally at around 20 to 21% Mastery, and then around the amount of haste I have. My gear is decently well at 410 item level. It could be a little bit better, but again, I think these are the best stats that you really want to go. Okay, so for Azrite, there's two pieces you really want to be looking out for, and that is Waking Dream and Groove Training. If you have two of these on a piece of gear, that is best in slot. That is BIS. So be looking out for this. And again, if it only has one of it, but it has a higher item level than like an older piece of gear that still has both this, but it has lower item level, I would say if it's around 10 to 15 item level difference, you would want to go the higher item level one. Now for the comps that I would recommend you running is probably like RMD or Resto Druid Shadow Priest, Destral Warlock, or even Fire Mage Destral Warlock. Comps like that work really well as a Resto Druid. There are some other comps that you can run, but they're probably a lot harder and a lot more difficult than it should be. So I'd highly recommend sticking to those comps. Those are flavor of the month comps that you can run and be able to push rating pretty easily. The other comps, maybe like Survival Hunter, Shadow Priest, is still a thing with the Resto Druid, but it's very hard. Wouldn't recommend it. Now, I was saying before, the talents haven't really changed. This is my default spec of 3v3. If you want to go ahead and take a look at it, here it is. Nothing has really changed. But if I'm facing a comp that I'm scared of dying, like within a go, and I'm not scared of dying in the long run because I'm ooming, maybe if you're facing like a DK, Demon Hunter, or Demon Hunter Windwalker, anything with a Demon Hunter, you're not going to really be scared of dying that fast. You will go oom, so this build I'm about to show you isn't going to be for that. This build I'm about to show you is for comps like RNP or something that can kill you in one stun, and like there's pretty much not a lot you can do. So the build that I run against like a comp like that can do that damage to me is I go into Revitalize, so it's like pure healing output. Again, this is pure survivability, and also Spring Blossom. So if you don't know, you go ahead and put Spring Blossom down, then it'll put a haunt on you, and then your mastery will take effect of that haunt. And it's all scale based of your mastery, and that's why I think mastery is so huge, because it's like a multiplier of your heals. So if you're in an arena and your teammates are sitting in the Florence, if you look at both the Spring Blossom and the Florence itself, it would roughly do about 15%, 10 to 15% of your healing, which is a huge amount. And then you got to take in an effect of the 20% additional healing from all your other haunts that you'll be doing. And even your direct healing would be increased by 20%. So this is very huge. And I've heard a lot of people say they run actually photosynthesis if they're struggling to survive. I used this a little bit, feels a little bit weird. Don't really like it, because if the enemy team decides not to go you don't get any benefit from it really, actually, because the 5% proc it can have on an ally it's honestly not that good. It's not. This is more for yourself, and if enemy team sees you running this, I don't know exactly how they would see you. I guess they would look by, you know, not seeing double rejuve on your teammates, and that's how they know. Even then, like, even if they saw that, they probably wouldn't be able to like cap on it. So I still wouldn't recommend this. I'd probably run this build against comps that could tunnel me. This is probably your best build that you can run 100%. When I first started playing, I was around 2400 MMR. I was running the default build. Again, let me show the default build. Alright, here's the default build. I was running this, and when I was facing RMPs, I couldn't survive. Even if I had HOTS to myself, I would have like, you know, maybe rejuves, and I would be in bear form, and I would bear form every kidney, and they would just still kill me, and there was almost like nothing I could do about it. I couldn't kite them, because if I kited, I'd be kiting away from my teammates, and they would still be able to head and get on me with a kidney and like their big burst that they would have. So I was struggling to find a way to live. And then, you know, I started thinking outside the box of what I can run, you know, because I don't want to kite my teammates, and I'm probably going to sit it there for most part of the game, because again, you don't want to kite them. So Spring Blossom is huge. Again, it will do a 15% more healing for yourself, and on top of that, it's going to affect your other heals. I almost felt unkillable, and you got to take in the effect of Revitalize again, because you don't want to be shape-shifting in and out a lot when RMP is on top of you, because if you do, if you get kidneyed outside of bear form, you're almost guaranteed dead unless you have Trinket. So again, this is very basic stuff that I'm running right here. If you guys want more in-depth guide to a specific comp or anything that you think you would need, or even like position or anything like that, if you want any kind of guide, guys, just let me know, and I would love to help you out. All right, this video was very short. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, guys, there's a lot of negativity around WoW, and I get it, but I think the best thing we could do is probably start looking at the bright sides of WoW, and, you know, try to revitalize this game, because the game is definitely on a decline. But hopefully with vanilla WoW coming out, I pray to God that, you know, part of Blizzard or Activision or whatever, who's really in control, is going to see vanilla do so well, and they're going to look at it, and they're going to look at the core values of vanilla, and they might try to implement it into retail. That's what I'm hoping for. It could, honestly, vanilla could save WoW just in general, so I'm hoping for the best. Guys, stay positive, keep playing the game. If you don't enjoy the game, just take a break, come back to it, and it'll be like you never played it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now get out there and pwn some noobs.